Hello again and welcome back to the Jeff Fox Show right here on WSMEradio.com. I'm going to go to the Real Men Block guest line. Real Men Block brought to you by Leon Searcy of the Miami Hurricanes. And, of course, Leon Searcy, a Miami Hurricane Hall of Famer, always supports the Jeff Fox Show. And, of course, he keeps it popping here with us right here on the Jeff Fox Show and supports us. And we appreciate the support that we get from Leon Searcy. Go to realmanblock.com and check out the fine gear that they have at Real Man Block. Now we're going to go to the guest lines to speak with Chiquitta, Elegeant Hills, great friend of the show. Elegeant, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jeff? How are you doing?
Doing great, man. I need you to fill me in on all the shenanigans of the BT Awards, man. I heard it was kind of, had some good moments, had some interesting moments.
Yeah. One of my best moments of the BET Awards was New Edition. That was a highlight for me. I grew up listening to their music. I was always in love with Ralph Transvant. Mm-hmm. Did meet him in person when he came to Miami, like in the early 2000s, for a play. And then end up seeing him, real story here, seeing him. He signed autograph. He knew my name was Elegeant. He said that stuck out to him. And that was a beautiful name, and I was a beautiful person. So he was here again at the El Palacio over there. And I was on a payphone back then. Beepers was real heavy.
Right.
So, I'm on a payphone and I'm calling someone back on a payphone, and this guy sneaks behind me and kissed me on the cheek. And when I turn around, he out the door, and the people at the front desk said it was Ralph Transvant, so he remembered who I was. So that's a real, true story. No lies. So that was a highlight for me last night. Another highlight for me was Chance the Rapper. I was very impressed of him getting a humanitarian award. I mean, at first, I'm not going to lie. I really thought, this is a little too soon for him. He's a freshman in the game. He hasn't been in it that long. But when I saw all the things that he accomplished in his community and how he's such an activist to be so young, I really take my hat off to him. I think that he's a great leader. Mm-hmm. And for Michelle Obama to do what she did last night, coming on there and basically acknowledging him, I think that was a job well done. So hats off to them. And also another highlight was Solange, getting her award, and I'm just so glad and happy for her. She did have a nice album, and also, it took the spotlight off of Beyonce a little bit because we need more Solange. It's always her sister tend to overshadow her a lot. So, I'm very happy for her. Another shade moment. Let me say, throw some sand in your eye moment from the sandbox. When Remy Ma picked up her award, I was so proud of her. Right. Getting the female hip hop artist of the year, and accepting her award, overlooking all of what she's been through, empowering women. I hear she's building something with women to have fertility help. And due to her having a miscarriage in the past, black love with her and her husband, and starting off throwing that little bit of sand in their eyes last night about dumb and, basically targeting Nikki a little bit, and I feel like sometimes people need that so they can remain humble. Right. That was a highlight for me. Some more sand to be thrown in your eye was when I've been, words on the streets, and I've been hearing about the Migos and Chris Brown. Right. Let me ask you, Elegeant, what's up with the Migos, man, with those colorful ass shirts? It look like them rather blouses, and they want to be tough guy, and they get into it with Chris Brown and the crew, and then Joe Budden. Yeah. Yeah. These guys, they're young and they just going off of whatever. I love Chris Brown. That was another highlight for me. I love him so dearly. I think he's such a phenomenal entertainer, and he don't need to get in no trouble. He don't need to be getting in any trouble and giving, not only social media, but basically people, his haters, to see him go down, because he's been on probation and all kind of stuff. He just need to stay out of that. He need to just go. It was regarding of they were saying, words on the street is that one of the guys from that group was dealing with Karuchi, his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
So, one of the guys from Migos was dating Karuchi, and if you just tuning in, that's what was going on. It was all heated because of that. But hey, let that girl go on with her life, and Chris Brown, continue to be the entertainer that you are. If you stay on the right path, I do believe he will be the new generation Michael Jackson. If he just stay on that path.
Well, yeah, and he's strayed off that path a little bit. I mean, I like the kid coming out when he first came out with Run It, and he was all humble and clean image, and he didn't have all them damn tattoos, and then the hair went blonde. He just went off the deep end, I thought.
Well, they all do. Justin Bieber, all of them do. They all go on the deep end, and that situation with Joe Budden, like, come on, like, really? Like, what? Why?
But Joe Budden was kind of rude, right? The way he walked off and the way he wanted to end the interview, and I thought that was a bit of disrespect on Joe Budden. Yeah, that was
very disrespectful. Yeah. I believe in my heart that he's too old to be doing that, because those are children.
Right.
To him. You understand? With his age, those are children. And, if they know better, they'll do better. But that was disrespectful that, Joe Budden did interrupt the interview and, wanted to wrap it up real quick. And, it just got real complicated. Another highlight for me, shout out to Cardi B. She doing her thing. She's rising on the rise. I love her as an artist. And she went on reality TV and she did what she needed to do. She came through. She wanted to be that personality that stand out. She had a plan. She strategized it, and she nailed it to me.
Good stuff. You can follow her on Twitter at elegant_ENT. That's ELEGEANT_ENT.
And yeah, you can follow me also on Instagram, elegant_MIA. ELEGEANT_MIA. Shout out also to Gucci Man last night.
Who was that honey that was with him?
He's with Keisha Kior. Matter of fact, I was looking with her some years ago. I love, to me, that's going to be the new Black powerful couple. They have this wedding coming up that's going to be called the Big Event. Shout out to Gucci Man. He's coming out showing people that, and Remy, two people that just came out of prison, that, hey, you don't have to give up his second chances out here if you just stay determined and stay focused. And Keisha, she held him down, and she made sure she another one. She's had a plan. She strategized it. She nailed it. And Gucci Man is looking good. He's eating right. He looked like a whole nother person.
He do. He don't look like the same cat.
Yeah, he even looked more youthful since he lost the weight and, stopped, his habits that he had going on before he went to prison. And hey, I believe that everything in life happens for a reason. It was meant for him to do that, to get himself, in a situation where he can think and realize that I'm getting too old. I need to come out and I need to handle my business. And he did exactly that. And shout out to DJ Khaled. Son, his son is the most biggest baby in showbiz. He's Assad is just all over the media. He had on a suit like Gucci Mane last night, and it was really cute. It was a very cute. I mean, this baby is 8 months old and producing a whole album. Who does that but DJ Khaled? Shout out to DJ Khaled and everybody over there with DJ Khaled. We the best music, and it's just it was a real great thing last night. Also, did you see these two people that was sitting behind DJ Khaled?
Who are they?
Like, what? Who are these people?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
With the green hair? Well, I believe that one of them is a blogger, the one that had the hair, but they was just really a hot mess to me. But they got what they wanted. They got me talking about them and everybody else on social media, so they're trending too. That's another one. Oh my God! I mean, it was really nice to see. Like I said, once again. Oh, Escape! Let me not forget Escape.
Yeah,
what you
man.
thought about that, Jim?
I love me some Escape. I've always been a huge Escape fan. The voices sound just as great now as they did back then.
Yeah.
And they were dressed kind of, sexy, I guess.
Hey, you know I'm in that era. I'm gonna stay dressed and sexy, and I got kids in their 20s. So hey, I
ain't mad at them.
Listen, they came there and they showed you what really was going on in their era. And you know what I love about them? They didn't age much at all. And their voices sound good and tiny. For her to been going through what she been through, she nailed it. Candy nailed it. All them new mommies and all this kind of stuff. Tasha Scott, all of them, they did their thing. Another highlight moment for me, my girl, queen of R&B, Mary J. Blige.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Man. Her breakup was really her come up. People don't understand. Mary J. has been through some things. She overcame. She stepped her foot in the game, and she letting you know that she ain't going nowhere. Her body was off the chain. She's got herself in even more conditioned shape, and sorry can do. You just what you did to her, you just elevated her, making her go in harder. So I'm proud of Mary. I'm proud of Tiny. Them are women that are going through situations with their husbands and, things like that, but they still overcoming it. So to all my ladies out there, they overcame it and they still going and they keeping it moving. And I feel like maybe the breakups did them some justice. What you say?
Yeah, I think they're back stronger than ever. And I can't wait for them to drop something. And I'm always a huge Candy fan. And I'll tell you, man, we like the meat. We like the thickums. We like them thicker than a Snicker. And I'm sure all the brothers in the audience was, excited and voiced their approval. Yeah.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, we don't like all that skinny. We don't like all them skinny women.
Another shutdown moment. You ready for this?
Give it to me.
Tamar Braxton.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. She took R&B to a whole nother level.
Wow.
A whole nother level last night. She entertained, performed. She came through last night, ladies and gentlemen, and she went in. And she did her thing. Her notes was on point. Everything was on point. I'm so proud of Tamar. That's another one that been through some things with, the talk and, not the talk, I'm sorry, the real. And, she went through something. She overcame, lost out in one position, but came up on another one. So, they always say when one door closes, another one opens. Tamar shut it down last night. That was a shutdown moment, okay?
No doubt.
She really, boy, what did you think of her performance?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it, but I'm looking forward to watching it because I know they show it like 6,700 times after they air the initial episode. So you're giving me stuff to look for, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, everybody been talking about Tamar Braxton so much on it. She was trending so much last night. I'm so proud of her too. But back to my girls, Escape. You did your thing, and ladies, keep it up. Let's keep this ball rolling. Let's bring real R&B back. You know, I'm one that did a lot of music back in the days with R&B, so let's bring it back. I think R&B is like has left us. Another performer, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this kid, man.
Bruno Mars is from Mars. We just don't know that.
Wow.
He's from a whole nother planet, okay? He killed it last night. Bruno Mars killed it, and he did his thing. He's an entertainer. Like, that is an entertainer to the soul, to the core.
Right.
So he killed it last night. I'm proud of him. And also the tribute with El DeBarge with dedicating it to George Michael, that was off the chain.
Yeah, definitely.
Careless Whispers.
So it sounds like it was overall generally a good show.
It was a good show. I was a little worried at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried because it was kind of like, I don't know. You know, I know Bruno Mars opened it up with a bang, but then to me it had like a little dull moment. But you know, after that, it was awesome. I think they needed a better host last night. I don't think that she did her thing at all.
No.
No, I don't. I think she. Wow. No, she don't get my vote. I want bring people like Monique back to BET to host it. Like, hey, have me there. It don't matter.
You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, but it was real nice, and I love to see, you know, my women empowering women and doing their thing, and just shout out to everybody from Miami that was there last night, and everyone that accepted award. And let's just say, let's just stop. We got to keep this violence down. Chris Brown don't need to be in no more trouble. Joe Budden, just let them kids go on and be in their lane, and that's just the way I think it needs to be.
Yeah, stop hating Joe Budden, for real, for real. Did you get to see the Tupac movie? I know you did the last interview.
I did.
With Fatal Hussein.
Fatal, I did his last interview. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, Hussein Fatal. I done his last interview, and his interview was phenomenal. That'll be well remembered. I think the Tupac movie was on point. The guy that portrayed Tupac, whoever did the casting, they nailed it.
Yep.
They nailed it. They nailed it from head to toe. Excuse me. To the things that I loved about that movie was it showed his ups and his downs with his mother. It wasn't only about the music, but it shows, like, you know, what artists go through with their parent. And he just basically, he told the story, hey, like, it's a lot of people going through what I'm going through. It's just the difference that the light is shining on me.
Right.
And the eyes are on me. But I loved it. I really loved it. I especially loved the part when Christmas came and she gave him a composition book, like, you gonna need this.
Okay.
Most kids was getting toys, but, you know, that's when, you know, parents cared about their children reading. And I remember growing up as a kid, I had flashcards and all that kind of. Now these kids are gadget kids. They playing with phones and laptops, and we didn't have all of that.
Nah,
we
books,
had to
books
really
were strange. Books are strange to these kids today. So
yeah. We really had to learn. We couldn't say we're gonna go on Google. We had to go get that big old fat dictionary.
Right.
And we had to look up whatever we needed to find and to define. So, you know, these kids today are something totally different. But I really believe that I felt like, you know, it should have been number one at the box office, but it's all good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was just as good as the Biggie movie. I mean, and it's hard for these biopics be as good as Straight Outta Compton was. That was a classic.
Oh yeah,
and
that was classic.
They set the bar, so a lot of folks were disappointed in the Tupac movie, but I was not. I went in there, I got my big ass popcorn, my big pop soda, and I was good to go. You know,
I wasn't, and even on speaking of biopics, I can't wait till Luther Campbell do his. I'm hearing that he's about to do 2 Live Crew biopic. I hope that I can help with the casting for that and be a part of that as well. So,
you know, Elegeant, the streets were talking about it, so there is some truth to that. There will be.
It is truth to it. It is truth to it. And matter of fact, I'll be meeting up with Luke sometime in August on a club venture. I'll come back and talk about that soon. But it is truth to it, and I know that we need it. I mean, this man paved the way. Luther Campbell, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no parental advisory on these CDs that we're listening to. I remember the year when he went to jail, you know, just to get his point across in hip hop. So, you know, it's owed to him. It's due to him. So, I can't wait. And if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no Tricks, no Trinas, no Pitbull. Like, this man really paved the way for Miami.
Right.
So I'm so happy for him, and I hope to be a part of that. And that is going to be a legendary for us in Miami.
No doubt. Chiquitta Elegant Hills, always a pleasure having you on the show. We'll do it again, man. You always got such a bag full of juicy nuggets for us, and I knew, you know, that you were gonna have some today, man. Especially with all the crazy stuff that went on at the BET Awards. Hey, one more thing. What is the deal with Lil' Kim and these gangsters? I mean, I know you heard that she rented a mansion for a party. She didn't like the fact that something she didn't like about the mansion, so she wanted her $20,000 check back.
Yeah, I've heard about that too, and I also heard. I don't want to forget this too. There's some more saying. The last piece of saying to throw in your eyes about Master P, all trending. He's saying about Prodigy. Also, rest in peace, Prodigy, Mobb Deep. You know how we do it. Quiet Storm. They say they don't give Master P was saying he don't.
He's right.
BET don't give the props to the people when they're alive, like you're supposed to give them their flowers while they're alive. They said it was an incident last week. Prodigy tried to get in somewhere where it was a lot of celebrities, and he was not invited.
Right.
They wouldn't let him in. So I know Master P was upset about that whole thing with Prodigy. I know Lil' Kim was really saddened about the situation because she was on a record with them. But I know that it's been word about Lil' Kim being upset about that situation, what you're talking about as well.
Yeah, so I hope, I hope somehow that works out well, but it's not very wise.
I mean, yeah, not at all.
It's more than a coincidence. They pull up in there with ski masks and weapons, and they get the check back. They just happen to come there for the check. Really? That's pretty obvious what happened there.
Right.
And she just got out of the slammer, man. So
yeah, that's the one thing. Trouble is so easy to get into, but it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
And once you get in, the eyes are all on you, the cameras, you're going to be always under a microscope. Back to Chris Brown, back to Remy Ma, back to Gucci Mane. They're going to always be under the microscope because they're going to do whatever, the haters going to do whatever it takes to try to get them back under the rug.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we have to just empower our men and our women and lift them up and let them know that, hey, God is sit high and he looks low, and everyone can get a second chance.
No doubt.
So that's what it's all about. But it was nice talking to you, Jeff, and I'm glad you invited me on here, and I look forward to coming back.
No doubt. Chiquitta Elegant Hills, we'll do it again, all right? Thanks so much.
Okay, this Elegant, and you live with Jeff Fox.